Welcome to Little Birdie TV. I'm your host, Scoot. It's time to talk PGA Championship golf, and I'm joined by Nick Super Tedeschi. We've dropped Toprope. He's been jumping off the top rope in his rugby league betting, but he's back for the golf this week. How are you, Super Ted?
Oh, I'm great. Baby watch is officially over. Baby Bennett's Scheffler's born. We're up and about. We can proceed without the punishing commentary that went around the Masters around Willie or won't you say so. Scottie Scheffler in, and another big week with what they call the best field in golf.
Globetrotting Mike Dogga Caridi is back. No disrespect to Adam Fraser. Nice little cameo. Tip Scheffler. Ludvig Aberg was his player to watch. So he did super well there. He got a little bit of backlash on our YouTube comment section. Oh, how did you find Scheffler? Well, how did he find him? He got the chocolates. But Mike Dogga Caridi, welcome back.
Thanks, mate. Very good to be here. Yeah, I think I had him on top. I've definitely had him on top as well. I think in my numbers, he rated better than any player in any tournament this year. So, yeah, no surprise. Very disappointing when the favourite wins, but yeah, right winner.
Merched up with the Yankees cap, been over in the Big Apple.
I have, yeah. Like big baseball fan. So, went into Houston for the season openers. 3 out of 4 games there, and Yankees won all 4, which was good. And then up to New York to watch a home openers. So, I've got more Yankees hats than I know what to do with, which is always good. But it's been a good season so far. Get our best pitcher back soon enough, and just keep chugging along.
Mate, quick one. We all often gush about the Masters spread, but you've come across an absolute beauty at Yankee Stadium. Uber Eats to your chair. So just via the app, and anything you order gets delivered.
Yeah, that was it. That was surprising. Made it very easy to get a drink, and it wasn't just beers. You could get spirits and any of the many concession stands there. So just scan the QR code, and a couple of minutes later, someone wanders up with a little tray and hands it over. When you're sitting there by yourself and you got nothing to do but drink beers, and I drank a margarita out of a little Yankees cocktail shaker. It was a couple of big days. It was very good.
Chips in Yankee Stadium, Toprope.
Love it, absolutely love it. Can't wait to get there on the next Dogga MLB tour.
Getting back to serious business here, we're going to try and find the winner of the PGA Championship at Valhalla. Brooks Koepka is the defending PGA Championship winner. The big news, obviously, as the boys touched upon, is Scottie Scheffler. The baby has arrived, so Scheffler will be playing. He won the Masters emphatically and backed it up at Harbour Town, which is pretty impressive stuff. You got Brooks on song in Singapore, and then Rory's won twice. So it's starting to bubble over, and it's becoming a great week. Dogga, let's have a quick look at the market first. The top of the betting, courtesy of our major sponsor here in TopSport. And the odds will go on the screen shortly. And Scheffler's $4.90. Rory McIlroy, $8. Xander Schauffele is $13. Brooks Koepka, $17. Jon Rahm, $19. Ludvig Aberg, the big bolters, into $21. And you got Bryson, $26, who come out of blocks really quickly at the Masters and then fell in a heap. Colin Morikawa, $29. And Maxi Homa was in pretty good form at the Masters as well. So let's, as we usually do, tell us a little bit about the course layout at Valhalla.
Yeah, look, it's a major championship course, no doubt about it. They haven't been here since 2014. Rory won that year as well, and then he went on to win a WGC and then the Open Championship. So 3 on the trot, and he's come in here winning 2. For me, the course is one where I want to be like most US Opens and PGAs. I want to be someone that's hitting the ball real long. And from there, it's going to be some reasonably tight greens. So they're not massive greens. So you want to be good with your irons in. But really, for me, it's someone that hits the ball long, can avoid the mistakes. So bogey avoidance I'll be looking at. And, going from there. Nicholas course from, I think it was about 1986 he launched it, and then they've done about 1 million renovations since, including redoing the greens and the fairways.
All right, so same old familiar tune. So you need to drive the ball long and then put it right beside the hole. So obviously, let's talk about Scottie Scheffler and make the case for him. Why can he win?
He's a freak. He's everything that he does is elite. I haven't got his numbers in front of me, but strokes gained across the board, he probably sits in top 10 in everything except for putting. So of late, he's been getting that putting back to tour average, which was why he's winning. And if he can do that again, he's going to be right there at the pointy end. I won't back him because there's nothing interesting about betting a bloke in a 160-man field that's paying $4.80. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be people out there that want him, but I'd rather be sprinkling around and chasing some more odds.
Toprope?
Yeah, can't disagree with everything Dogga said there. I've got 10 key stats to look at this week. He ticks his number one in the world in 6 of them. and top 10 and not 2. And from a profile point of view, I'm looking for someone in their 20s, someone who's off the top 20, has won this season, who's an elite player. We used to go off the OWGR ranking. I've scored a kind of data golf or a top 20 players there, who's got a PGA Championship top 10 in the past, and she's top 10 in the last 2 made, which ticks all 5 boxes there too. So, like Dogga, I'm not one to be taking $5 in a major golf tournament, but I'll be looking to play him in a positive bet head-to-heads and all that kind of stuff around the place. But he's always bulletproof at the moment. All we can hope is that the baby is keeping him awake at night and he has lost weight. And that's the best chance for anyone else. But he's obviously he's being mentioned in the same breath as Tiger Woods these days at the moment. So that's the kind of stand he's playing at. I want to bet it's too short for me, but I would not knock anyone who wants to. He's quite happy to take a favourite because he looks absolutely bulletproof at that.
A little bit of an ATM for some punters at the moment, so no knock from the lads there, but he's probably as short as you want him. The scary part is some athletes just absolutely kick off a newborn. Once they have a baby in the fold, they find another gear. So scary, and he's just in that tiger territory at the moment. Scottie Scheffler. Let's talk about Rory McIlroy. He's second on the betting line at $8. Seems up and about, a little bit more carefree. Seems very relaxed at the moment, Rory, compared to probably 12 months ago when all the Live Tour seemed to be weighing him down, the politics of golf. Dogga, how do you see his form at the moment?
He's playing good golf. I'm sure he tightened up this week post the win on the weekend, definitely. Everything says he suits perfectly. Obviously, the course at Quail Hollow last week lines up very, very well here at Valhalla, as very similar course. And his driver's unbelievable. So he's got that weapon in the bag. If everything else just stays tuned up, he should be right at the pointy end. The thing with Rory is he tends to, as we've all know, he tends to play pretty ordinary in round 1. So he can quite often be working his way back from there. Again, he's probably one that I won't touch, but again, I can understand why people are going to want to be heavy on him.
He's not really one of yours, Toprope, but can you start to forgive him given his hot runner form?
Look, I was going to forgive him. It'd be this week. I'm happy to lay Rory in majors till the cows come home. But for me, the top 2 stats to look at, or the top 3 stats to look at here are off the tee: total driving, first, second in driving distance, positive strokes gained off the tee. Like I said, he's won here in the past. His form is obviously outstanding. Well, I was obviously a great guide. He ticks most of the profile boxes. My only concern is that he absolutely bottles it in majors, and we're 10 years since he's won a major. So, can you take $8 if someone hasn't won a major in 10 years? I'm going to say no. Look, I kind of frame it this way: would you rather take $4.80 Scottie Scheffler or $8 Rory McIlroy? Well, that to me is an absolute no-brainer. I'd rather take $4.80 Scottie Scheffler to go back on the favourite. So, Rory's obviously a chance. This is I couldn't think of if Rory went and organised the setup more, he really could find a better one. But I still don't think it would take the $8 about it. So, basically.
What do you think intention after round 1, as Dogga suggests? Would you be interested to play if he was within a couple of shots after the first round? Would you buy into that?
I'd be obviously more inclined to do it, but he just tends to be under. I really think who he's paired with over the last couple of days is going to have a huge bearing. Like we saw on the weekend when he was paired with Xander, a renowned showcase, obviously a lower tournament. Rory was just a great guy to be on kind of in the last couple of rounds there. Would I want him if he was, and within a couple of shots of Xander again? Quite possible. Would I want him if he was trailing Scottie by 2? No. So context will be key there, but I just kind of suspect Rory's going to be under the whole way through.
Xander Schauffele, we've just spoke about. We've been pretty critical and probably rightly so and justifiably so after last week. He's a bit of a cat. He especially bottles it after being in contentions in majors. Bit of nightmare fuel for punters tuning into him this week after last week's capitulation, Dogga.
I've been thinking about Xander for 24 hours knowing we were recording this. And I reckon if we've done this 10 times, I reckon I've had him in my picks every time, and every time he's killed me. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going back for it.
No.
And I knew you'd love it, Scoot. I'm going to say it's the last time, but I probably won't be there. He literally rates for me on top across the board. The course suits him. Last week, we'll say he capitulated. He shot even par. Rory shot 6 under, went straight past him. If he doesn't shoot and it's 3-3, Rory doesn't chip in a couple of times, it's a lot closer. But he's having the best year of his life. He just needs a clip of win. And I can see Toprope already vomiting on himself listening to me talk about Xander. He's shaking his head, but he's my number one pick this week.
I've got to pick myself up off the floor. I see in the background, I think that's a picture of Barnbougle, a nice little par 3 there. Mate, I might have to check you into a rehab clinic down in Tassie to dry out after this US trip, mate. This is not how to make money. Having Xander in the selections and wagering on Xander. Can you believe it, Nick Tedeschi? What you're hearing?
I'm shaking my head, but I'm shaking my head out of personal sickness as well, because I've come with the same bloke.
Oh, no!
As much as I absolutely hate it, I've got him as he rated it as equal top rated for me. I've got him as second top benefit. I wanted a bit of value later on, but yeah, I can't. Other than him being a complete milk drinker and unable to get over the line, as I can recall from the players, he just rates so perfectly for this. Like, he's particularly his long line game is elite. His form on jack courses is exceptional. I absolutely hate it. I'm not going to be betting large on him just because he's an absolute cat. But yeah, Xander at the price, I'm going to have something with him.
Well, thanks for listening. That's the end of the show. We'll see you at the next major.
Has there ever been a podcast where two blokes have been sacked on there at once?
It's about to happen. Oh my God. Can't believe what's happening here. You know my thoughts. I'd just be laying him, and then as soon as he gets under $5, keep going. If he gets into odds on, probably like he did last week, I think it got to $1.70. There was a 40,000 up there on Betfair. Probably made someone's life laying the guts out of him in run. These guys have absolutely lost the plot. So let's push on to Brooks Koepka, who is the opposite of Xander. This guy is an absolute brute. He's alpha male. I just keep seeing that clip of him talking about how half the field can't win, and then half of those, the next in contention, they won't even play good. So he reckons he only have to beat a dozen home, and it could be the case here. He only has to beat a handful of golfers here. Can Brooks bring some of that Singapore live form? Obviously, it's a much tougher deck than the resort course over there, Toprope.
Yeah, I really struggle with kind of profile. So I was very keen on Brooks going to Augusta, and he was
pitiful,
really, really poor. I didn't take a lot out of that Singapore win at the price. I think he went around the Masters. I think he jumped about $31, $16 here. I know he's got a tremendous record in the PGA Championship. That kind of naturally suits, someone who's so low off the tee, and it's hard to knock that killer instinct. But yeah, I can't have Brooks this week. Nothing kind of. His numbers on the Live Tour this year haven't been particularly great. I'm not sure he's just playing that elite level yet. So I think there are players from the Live Circuit. I will be tipping a few of them up throughout. But no Brooks for me this week. At $16, this seems like poison for me.
Dogga, you got him as a lay?
I'd never lay him. I just don't want to know about him. He's just making me very nervous. I'm exactly the same as Toprope. I don't love him this week, but God, he makes me nervous because, as you said, Scoot, when it comes to majors, he's just a different beast. He's a bit like his buddy Cameron Young. Is Brooks kept a light. When it comes to the majors, they just step up, and it doesn't matter how he's playing. He makes me nervous. I won't bet him, but yeah, if someone likes him, I can't argue him.
Jon Rahm's showed glimpses of form in Adelaide. Couldn't get the job done, but he seems not far away from his best, Dogga.
Yeah, it's tricky for me. I don't follow the Live Tour at all, but and I know that stats and stuff just don't come through. It's very hard to line up the form. But look, if he brings anything close to what he played with on the PGA Tour coming through before he moved over, he's right in the mix. He's got the driver and the ability to get there. His irons can be red hot. He's certainly someone that I like this week, along with probably Toprope's going to be very similar. There's a couple of Live guys that I don't mind, and he's one of those.
Toprope? Jon Rahm?
getting out to a backable price, like I think, I reckon probably the last 9-10 majors, Jon Rahm has certainly been in that kind of $11 to $13, $14 range. We've kind of seen 19 top four, probably 21, 22 around that place as well. So I'm not backing this week, but just knowing that he is leading strokes and off the tee, 16 driving distance, has some great form on Jack courses historically. So I just two things I think with the Live Tour that are probably against him, maybe more than other guys on the list. So people like Brooks and Dustin want to be over there. I'm not exactly sure Jon Rahm wants to be over there. He's liking what's going on. Like, I just kind of sense he's not that happy. And the other thing is that you kind of see with your Brookses an ability to turn it on, press the button and turn it on when they need to. I just don't think Jon Rahm's kind of got that. Jon Rahm's a player who plays himself into form. And when he's in form, he holds that form really well. But he hasn't got the reps in on this circuit, and I think that's really, really hurting him. So of all the players who went to Live, I think some are perfectly suited to be over there. I just don't think Jon Rahm's one of them. So again, not going to lay him, but not real keen to, not going to be backing at the price either.
Ludvig Aberg pulled out last week with a knee injury. Any update on him, Dogga, and like his chances?
He rates second overall for me, behind Xander. So everything says that he's going to be in the mix. I think it's frightening to think about a bloke that 12 months ago wasn't pro, and now is sitting there, and every time you turn on an event, he's sitting in the top 5 in the market, especially when you're coming into a major. I'd be nervous. Anytime you're not playing the knee, from all reports, he's okay. But I don't know. I just think that I expect him again to play well, maybe a top 15, but I won't be betting on him.
Any love, Toprope?
Yeah, my top selection, my best bet, Ludvig Aberg, Valhalla, Paradise for the heroes of the Old Norse world, and Ludvig Aberg, Scandinavian, lines up tremendously for me. So,
oh my god!
Slight query about his day, but from all reading, it was more a taking care of the knee rather than a very serious problem. Obviously, yeah, there is always the worry with someone injured. But I absolutely, like, total driving is the real key for me. You're going to have to be long, but you're going to have to find a fairway too. Like, the rough looks pretty painful out there as well, like pretty thick and pretty hard to get out. So Aberg, or Aberg, however you want to pronounce it, rates really, really well for me. Kind of ticks a lot of those profile boxes as well. Kind of like strikes me as one of those Cameron Young, Xander for a while there too, Will Zalatoris, these young guys who come through and contend in majors very early on in their career. He obviously did that at Augusta. Obviously, one of those has gone on to bigger and better things, and a couple of those maybe not so much. So I'm really kind of expecting to contend this week. Whether he can get there, I'm not sure. But at the price in a tournament, I'm probably not overly enamored with some of the betting at the top of the board. He's my top bet.
Outstanding. Dogga?
Yeah. Again, like I said, I do like him, but I'm going to skip him. I've got a few others that I don't mind better odds.
All right, let's start talking about some of these roughies. I'll let you free roll first, Doggy. You can hit me with a couple outside the market that you think are worth looking at closer.
Yeah, probably the ones that I don't mind are my top live picks. Bryson, obviously very, very good at the Masters. Definitely hits the ball long enough to play well here, so I don't mind him. And then there's probably 3 that I've bunched together, all sorts of odds. So Max Homer's going to probably be my second pick behind Xander. I think he sets up well here. The course should suit him down to the ground. I'm hoping that he found some major form, which he hasn't had in his life at the Masters, probably, when he finished third. So hopefully he can go well there. And then there's 2 others that are right out in the market. So Ben An and Siwoo Kim. I think they're around 90s and 100s or 150. So they're right out in the market. But I think that they're playing well enough. I mean, Ben An, 3rd last week, 4th at the Byron Nelson, 16th at the Masters. For me, is good form and rates well. And Siwoo Kim, I mean, he finished 16th last week and 13th at the Byron Nelson, and he's well and truly past 3 figures. Very, very much an each way bet.
Nick Tedeschi, we've got your top 2 value picks, Xander, Ludvig Aberg. should I just mark in Tyrrell Hatton? That's usually how the show goes.
Well, you can mark him too. And he's an absolutely crazy price this week at
Go away.
$85. He's playing well enough, so you can 100% mark him Tyrrell Hatton. That's 2 hours before we get to Tyrrell. I'm with Dogga on Seaward Kim. I think he's absolutely a runner there. Couple of others kind of on the fringe of being in the market. Back into the Masters, my top pick, I think, is a massive runner here. Probably my second best play here, Jochen Neiman. I think $34. Second driving distance, 4 strokes gained off the tee, first strokes gained approach on lives, and has won 3 times this year. So he's playing exceptionally well. And the PGA Championship went from a couple of years ago, Justin Thomas. I know it's been a long time at 23. I suspect he's building his way back into form a bit here. I just think the course will suit really well. Those kind of mid-tier ones, under kind of Tyrrell Hatton, absolutely will be a play. And we play into the top Aussie market when we get to the props, but I absolutely think this course suits Minwood League down to the ground. And second total driving, 8th driving distance, 10 strokes out off the tee, 16 par 5 scoring. I think the Honda or the Cognizant these days, on the Jack course, PGA National down there, is a half decent guide if you're second this year. So a big try spin really. And when we get to the triple figure shots, Ashton Keith Mitchell doesn't win our turn, but I think this course lines up really, really nicely for him. He's very good tee to green, excellent in his long approach game. He will absolutely be in the mix. And another one from the list, so Dean Burmester, about 181, third in driving distance, third in strokes gained off the tee, second in approaches from 200 plus yards, 8th in scramble. So played well, won a few starts back. So Dean Burmester at big odds.
Yeah, outstanding. Love the Minwoo Lee angle, especially with the driving accuracy. Poor old Cam Smith, he's just got those, 2 or 3 drives that are absolutely skew whiff. He snaps them. He's just so erratic. We even saw it in Adelaide. They were absolutely blessed to get away with that playoff. And I sort of echo your thoughts. Neiman, I watched a lot of the live event at Adelaide. And if a couple of those putts had dropped, he would have been the winner clearly there. So he's in wide up form. So I'll definitely be stopping him. A little bit of a giggle on my end. I was tipped Colin Morikawa last week, and I didn't back him in last week's tournament because I thought the tip was for this week. So it might be one of the biggest efforts of misfortune if Colin can somehow drag himself out of the mire and win last week, because I've backed him in the wrong tournament. Here it is, the US PGA Championship. So I haven't laid him back. I've kept the bet, and a bit of a free roll from me as well. So interesting with that driving accuracy, going to be a big thing. And after hearing what you guys have said, gosh, I just don't know how they're going to get Scottie Scheffler beat again. Based on the information that you guys have sent me, you're really going to have to try and find someone like Ludvig Aberg or Neiman, or someone's just going to have to play out of this.
Or Xander.
Yeah, well, strange. I don't know that stranger things have happened. I still think it's a real long shot. I could not take any price Xander. He just doesn't have it. And even if he's 2 shots in front coming into the last day, I'll be laying him for my life.
Love it.
Yeah, I felt sick, dude. I felt sick when it came up. I felt sick when I put the eyeliner over the top. I felt sick knowing I had to talk about it. I felt sick knowing I was just glad Dogga to take something I think off me. So I was real happy about that.
All right, let's have a quick look at some early action out at TopSport, where the money's gone with those guys. I think the first bet we've got, Xander Schauffele, wow, $250 at $21, so that's top rope, so they've shot well there into $12. Ludvig Aberg, $300 at $41, that's a great future spec there. I assume that was probably a bet place before the Masters when he started to get hot there. And then Rory McIlroy, $1,000 at $9, so he's come off shorted now, so he's into $8 as well. So that punter would be happy for the interim, and as Dogga said, it'll be telling for him if he can get away to that first round hot start. Dogga, this is your little wheelhouse where you often try to tip a bit of a bolter in the first round leader market. it often mimics, or the prices go close to the outright winner market, so you can sometimes find a little bit of value here. But again, Scheffler $13, looking at the TopSport market, Rory McIlroy 17, Brooks Koepka 26, Rahm 29, Scheffler, Aberg, Bryson all around the $34 quote, and then you're starting to get out to sort of 50s the field. But is there a couple that you're going to play early in the first round leader market?
Yeah, definitely will. I'll back up this week. I had Xander last week, which is a good collect. Xander, Rahm, and Cantlay probably right around that top end of the market. I like those guys to go well in round one. They all rate very, very well over the last 5 years. Step out from there to Ben Arn, probably sitting around 60s and 70s. If you want a real bolter, the very angry, I think he's Argentinian, Alejandro Tosti. I went to the Houston Open and watched him absolutely pummel some drivers. And he has a little bit of an affinity to go low in round one at the moment, so I don't mind him. I'm a bit nervous about the weather. It does look very thunderstormy and muggy this week, and they're going to cop it for at least 2 or 3 of the days. So I'll be definitely waiting till I see the draw and where these guys are lined up before I start placing first round leaders, but they're the 5 that I like.
Outstanding. Toprope, Ric Flair, prop betting. You've already thrown out Minwoo Lee, top Aussie.
Yeah, we haven't got a lot of prop markets up at TopSport just yet, so I'll put them out. So at the moment, I've got a few of the nationalities. I think it's going to Minwoo top Aussies. Remarkably third favourite. I reckon you can lay Cameron Smith to your nosebleeds in that market. Which is he's sold for $4.50 Minwoo Lee. It's a great bet. Top Canadian, old favourite of mine, Corey Connells. There is a field of 6 Canadians that actually we've both this year. We've seen a few winners on the circuit this year. Corey Connells has not been one of them, but I think his low line game really puts him into the mix there. Top Englishman would be remiss not to go with Till Hatton, wouldn't we? I also think there's some good value on Aaron Ryan. The course has said Tommy Fleetwood. I have no idea how he's $3.25 favourite in this, so leave me out of that. And there is a little treble of this absolute morales. I'll give you a very small price, $2.43. But Stephen Jaeger, top German, he's just going to beat Martin Kaymer, who's been undecided for a decade.
Yes.
Jon Rahm, top Spaniard, $1.33. He's going to beat Adrian Ategi from the DP World Tour, and David Pui from the Live Circuit. He should have no problems there. And Ryan Fox, $1.44 in head-to-head with Kazuma Kabori. So absolute moralities there. $2.40 very clear work for that one.
Outstanding. So top German, Jaeger, top Spanish, Rahm, and then top Kiwi, Foxy at $2.40 plus at TopSport. So nice little Morales multi. And yeah, Foxy came out of the blocks nicely at the Masters, and he's solid and pretty good on a wet deck. So any rain around will be no worries for Foxy. Pretty much the same sort of story for Jon Rahm as well. But Martin Kaymer, blast from the past. I haven't heard about him for at least 5 or 10 years.
Well, there's a few of those in the Xfinity. The old winners said we get a lifetime exemption or at least a significant exemption to get into the PGA Championship. So we're seeing a bit of Sean McKeel and a few others, Dogga, that will bring back some memories, no doubt.
Yeah, memories of blokes I won't be betting on. I think Brooks summed it up really well. There's half this field is not in contention at all. You get the PGA players or the PGA American players, and then some of these past champions, and they're just going for a run around for 2 days.
Outstanding. Brooks told us. He's told us years ago. He knows. All right, that's a bit of a wrap from us. So if you want to back Scheffler, we're not talking out of it. Pretty keen to lay Rory, lay Cam Smith. So doesn't sound like it's going to be a great tournament for the Aussies. Bar Minwoo Lee, let him cook. And hopefully, for my sake, Xander chokes and can keep that strong run there. But it'd be interesting to see. I don't know what I'll do for the next golf. What do you want me to do? I'll dress up as a cat. If Xander wins the this week's US PGA Championship,
you can dress up as a cat and drink a bowl of milk. Drink a bowl of milk. There you go.
I'll lap some milk.
I think dress up as a cat and maybe go to a venue that is in Melbourne that is somewhat related to cats or kittens or
yes. And get a Kahlua milk.
I'll do the next major show as dressed up as a cat, and I'll start the show, and I'll have a little bowl, and I'll lap a little bit of milk out for the first sort of 5 or 10 seconds, and do a full apology to Xander and his family.
I have no doubt, Scoot, that you could probably earn a lot of money doing that every day on a certain website.
Oh, only fans. Can't wait. All right. Fantastic stuff. It's going to be a cracking tournament, and recent form, a couple of the big names has put this one back on top of the agenda. So can't wait to be betting all weekend, and make sure you do it with TopSport. They're Australian owned and operated. They've been in the game for about 35 years. The Milhan family are doing a great job there. And as I refresh my TopSport page, there are prop markets aplenty, top 10s, miss the cut, make the cut, winner without Scheffler and McIlroy, top live golfer, and all those top nationalities that Toprope has thrown out there. So big warm welcome back to Dogga. He's fit, he's fighting well, and hopefully the boys do their dough this week, so I don't have to dress up as a cat and lap up a saucer live on Little Birdie TV next time. But big thanks to our major sponsors, and we'll see you next time.